9 o'clock on Wednesday, June 4th. Time to call the weekly meeting of the Logansport Board of Works and Safety to order. Please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call. Carol Sue, please.
Mayor Franklin?
Here.
Ron Miller?
Present.
Chris Armstrong?
Here.
Approval of minutes from the May 28th, 2014 meeting.
I've reviewed those minutes. I'd make a motion we approve as presented the minutes from the May 28, 2014 meeting.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion?
None.
Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed. Passes on a vote of 3-0. Approval of claims in the amount of $288,977.43.
I have reviewed those claims. I would make a motion we approve the claims as presented in the amount of $288,977.43.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion regarding claims?
None.
Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed. Passes on a vote of 3-0. Catch up some paperwork here. Approval of licenses.
There
There are
are 22.
22 licenses for consideration today. I would make the motion that we approve all 22 licenses as presented.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed. Passes on a vote of 3-0. Are there any changes to the agenda? Hearing none. Visitor comments. Have to have visitors first. There are none. Okay. Under old business, is there any old business? There's none. New business, a resolution 2014-02 approving the increase of mileage allowance for travel. Carol Sue is here and is really up to speed most of all on this. This is again a result of the State Board of Accounts audit. We found out that we are behind the allowable expenses, and this resolution really needs to be approved by the Board of Works. It is a recommendation again that resulted from the audit from the State Board of Accounts here in the city. I think the resolution is pretty clear. This is a resolution of the Logansport Board of Works and Safety approving the increase of mileage allowance for city employees. It's for city travel, any of those things. Is there any questions? I would make a motion.
It's been quite a while since 44 cents was in.
Yeah, it's been. We had a resolution or a city council ordinance that originally spelled that out. Do you remember the number? 03, 2003.
Yes, it was about that time.
Yeah, it's a good 10 years or so since we've dealt with this issue. So I would make a motion that we approve resolution 2014-02.
Second.
Resolution 2014-02 has been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed. Passes on a vote of 3-0. Next, Chris Armstrong, Community Development Director, has a proposal here regarding signal modifications on East Market Street. Chris, if you would explain a little bit, I'd appreciate it.
We are wanting to put in a crosswalk, an ADA crosswalk at the intersection there where the Martin's light is on Market Street. I don't know the exact address, but we've gotten a lot of complaints that the East End does not have any safe way for people to cross, and that was the best location that we could come up with at this time. So that's what we're proposing to do.
I think the last officially approved ADA compliant crosswalk is at 24th Street, and so we've had a number of concerns expressed to us regarding the unavailability of a crosswalk, and so this is not going to require any additional money. City Council very wisely last year appropriated money for ADA compliance, and this will be one of the steps that we take in that direction. So I would make the motion that we approve the agreement between the City of Logansport and First Group Engineering to go ahead and design and engineer the crosswalk located there on Market Street near Martin's.
I second that.
Been moved and properly seconded. Is there any more discussion? Is there any questions? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed. It passes on a vote of 3-0. Reports. This is the first Wednesday, so Building Commissioner is up today. Hi, Bill.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I had submitted my report for your review. If you have any questions that were with the report, I'll certainly entertain those questions.
I have none.
No questions. Thank you, Bill. Your report is
Thank you.
as thorough as normal. I would make a motion that we approve the Building Commissioner's report as presented.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion?
No.
Hearing none. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed. Passes on a vote of 3-0. Next, we have Code Enforcement Officer.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You have in front of you my weekly report. Two notices to appear for today. One of those properties has been abated and taken care of. That would be the 1720 Woodlawn Avenue property. 1422 Erie Avenue, I would respectfully request that the board order a cleanup on this property. This property is an abandoned property, has been for a number of years, at least for the last 2.5 years that I've been doing this job. We have mowed it and maintained it. Somebody has gone in there, you can see from the pictures, so they have dumped a mattress, box springs, some fencing, and a tractor tire along with some other debris there.
Who owns the house?
The house is owned by an Ann Louise Moore. However, I understand Bill said that she no longer has the last name of Moore, and she lives in California. Bill, is that what you told me?
I make the motion that we order a property cleanup at 1422 Erie Avenue.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion?
None.
Hearing none. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed. Passes on a vote of 3-0.
That's all that I've got, just approval of my weekly report.
Make a motion we approve the Code Enforcement Officer's report as presented.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion?
None.
Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed. Passes on a vote of 3-0. Under board member comments, department heads, I'm certain, have received a request from Clerk Treasurer Hayworth regarding the city auction that's going to be scheduled for June 28th. Please get that list to her as soon as possible. We're working on your budgets. We're going to schedule some time that we can discuss these issues, your requests. Is there any other board member comments? He may. Dan, did you want to discuss the signage regarding the 3rd Street Bridge closing?
I can if you'd like me to.
Yeah, please do.
Clark and Michael. Good morning. What I'm going to report to you, and please keep in mind that this just started Monday with the closure of the 3rd Street Bridge. We have some problems with semis coming in from the north on 17. They somewhere or another make it all the way down to Linden Avenue and have to turn left on Linden Avenue. If you know Linden Avenue, and that block is very, very narrow to start out with. It's one way there, and a lot of kids play there, and I've had 5 people, and then last night a city councilman has had numerous people report to him. I've had nothing but good working relationship with the people that are doing the bridge. Someone reported it would be nice if we could get the light at the end of Linden Avenue timed so it would stay green longer because traffic was backing up. They did it yesterday. I called them in the morning and they did it by noon. So the detour is marked, but the truck drivers really are not following that. And it's not an enormous number, but I spent an hour over there and saw 3 of them come into town and do that. Talked to Mike and asked Chief Clark if we should put signs up. He says he will have his officers put a little more visibility in that area, because I'm afraid something will happen. If we need to put signs up, I'm asking you for your permission to put like heavy trucks prohibited on this street until December when they get the bridge.
Is there a
And then
weight limit in town? Is there a
Yes.
weight limit on the roads?
Yes.
Do you know what that weight limit is?
Right offhand, I don't.
I know that the trucks would be extremely inconvenient,
Right.
especially if they're going to make a right-hand turn from Linden onto 6th Street. From
They're on
Linden,
3rd Street.
yeah.
And
But
you-
if they go down 3rd Street and turn left on Linden to
Right.
get to 6th Street,
Right.
to make the right-hand turn off of Linden onto 6th, it's going to be extremely difficult. But my biggest concern is all the weight on the street. Is
Correct.
it going to break it down, and are we going to be forced to repair?
Correct.
So I'm curious to know if you could find out if there's a weight limit
There
on
is.
city streets, and if we could post that.
Okay.
I think that's probably the best way to get their attention, because I think, I've never experienced one, but I'm told that those, the fines for an overweight truck are expensive, and it could be the deterrent that you're looking for to
Okay.
keep that from
I will
happening.
check
So
that out.
if we could at least do the research on that and maybe post the weight limit sign there, that may be another way to deter that. But
Okay.
I did meet with the state, and they did outline a detour, an official detour
Right.
that's recognized by the state, and I think it goes out to County Road 200 North.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
I was out there, and it's clearly marked, but people just aren't, or the
Sure.
semi drivers are not.
You know, they follow
I'm
their
not picking on
GPS.
them. They may be coming in from around that too. They could be coming from another area, but.
Yeah, they follow their GPS,
But at
guidance.
the
and-
rate it's going, there will be probably some accidents, and we don't want that to
Okay.
happen.
Well, I would ask you to coordinate with Chief Clark and to follow up through on, and ask Chief Clark to start patrolling that. And in the end, we're trying to protect our investment in the streets. And, there is a safety issue with the wide trucks going down the narrow
Right.
street, especially with the children that play in the area. But also, we don't want to be left holding a $200,000 or $300,000 repair bill on Linden Avenue come December, when it'll be too late to make any repairs in December, and so we'll have to live with that. So let's
Okay.
get out in front of it.
Just wanted you to be made aware of.
I would make the motion to authorize the Superintendent of Public Works to provide the proper amount of signage, whatever that may be, and your judgment and that of the Chief of Police, but to install the signage that would deter the people from the heavy trucks from using that route.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any more discussion? Chief Clark, do you have anything you want to weigh in on? Can you do that?
Thank
Okay.
you.
It's been moved and properly seconded to authorize the Superintendent of Public Works to provide the signage as is necessary to identify the overweight and the limited truck traffic. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passes on a vote of 3-0. Any more board member comments? Miscellaneous business, including ADA Section 504 compliance or concerns, or any other matters not already considered? Hearing none. Jen, I'll catch you after this meeting. Okay. If there's nothing else, we'd entertain a motion to adjourn. We're adjourned.